Okay, so
Yes.
we're recording this session as well. So since I'm host, I'll be admitting the people coming in as well. So
Yeah.
Mohammed, just one question. I know I have an Australian English, and so will you need to translate for people, do you think, today?
If required. Most of the people I invited are fluently speaking English. However, if anyone could not understand, I will do it in very short translation. Sure, go ahead.
I see. Okay. All right. So welcome everybody to this session. So this is the first session, I understand, of many that are planned with the technological scouts in Sudan. And because it is 4:30 a.m. here in Adelaide, South Australia, I will not be able to do this every week. So hopefully I can join sometimes. But I will be doing this first session, and also I have with me today Tasneem, who's in Qatar, and she has also been helping some other young people in Sudan to use this technology to actually create some examples of using this easy coding runlinc for social good projects. Okay. So we do understand that scouts want to be able to help the young people to be able to do projects that are for the good of the community. And so what we have is a hands-on session where they can make things that can do sensing, they can do data logging, they can do control, they can do IoT and AI. And I will describe these things carefully, and I have some videos today which will show about these things as well. Okay, and also some PowerPoint slides. All right, any comments on the side and any questions would be good as well. So what I would like to do is to show some example of how we've been able to help some young people with this technology. And when you actually see the videos, then you will be able to understand what we are talking about much better as well. Okay. So what I will do is I will show this first video. This first video is about also we're talking about young people, the scouts, and this is also about a young person here called Michael, who was a good case study, and he was one of the people that was able to use this technology for social good. Okay. Some of the people here we'll try to reduce the noise first, and then we'll see if I can play this video. So this young man called Michael, what he did is he actually created a community project, and it was based around the 3 zeros for Dr. Yunus. So Dr. Muhammad Yunus actually created a new book, and we did host him. And he was the person in Bangladesh who actually started microfinance for the community. The poor people could not go to the bank to borrow to be able to lift their quality of life. So he was able to give micro loans and then show that that they were very loyal and able to pay back for their small businesses, such as cooking businesses or cake making, etc., that they were able to start. And So he created a model for the community, and Michael actually is following that as well. He then went to meet Dr. Yunus in Paris. So I'll show you the video. So please listen carefully. Let me just get that one first. Okay, I'll share this video.
Children like him in Africa, families that pick cocoa fruits for $2 per day. And the children, not enough money for the children to go to school. So children just help them to pick cocoa fruits. And yet, what really touched everybody was the fact that these are the kids that pick cocoa fruits but never tasted chocolate.
Four-fingered Kit Kats.
Have you eaten chocolate before?
No.
No. C'est bien?
Yes. It's very sweet.
I asked them some questions like, what do they do there, how much money they earn. I figured out they earn around $2 a day, which is just enough to live. And they, from working 10 hours of picking the raw cocoa fruits to make chocolate. But they have actually never tasted chocolate before. I decided to do projects for social good because, well, we need to help each other, so make the world a better place. We were doing an agricultural project, me and my team of 3 friends, so Daniel, Victor and Sophie. So we were making a project for the Royal Adelaide Show stem cell competition. We did a locust trap with a laser grid like net, which basically when the locust jumps in, it counts how many locusts jumps in. And with that project, we can sell the locusts caught by the trap and make money to buy chocolate for the kids in Cameroon.
By this invention, he catch a grasshopper, he sell it to the chicken farmer for some money, he buy the chocolate, he send it to Africa. Michael, we met him at the Royal Adelaide Show, which we have competition every year for young inventors and for adults as well. So the Royal Adelaide Show is very kind to sponsor us a space for exhibiting these young inventors' projects. So we run competition. He doesn't want to stop there. He said chocolate is possibly not the thing that will keep them going. He said he wants to help them to learn how to invent things like himself. So through Skype, through WhatsApp, he started talking to his. Well, this is just a case study that Michael shared in Paris when his invention won a prize of 2 tickets to fly to Paris, you see. So there, of course, we went to the conference, which is a social business conference hosted by Professor Yunus from Bangladesh.
The story will be a proof the things Michael John is trying to have entrepreneurship and also the social responsibility for the societies. I mean, not Adelaide, I mean globally. That's the idea behind his invention. That's a fabulous story. It doesn't matter this invention is a big project or small one, but it makes sense and then really reality and practice. So I'm thinking this is good to follow up the stories and then to sponsor him to have a chance to go globally.
Congratulations to Nobel laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus, the Yunus Centre and all who have worked to make the 8th Global Social Business Summit in Paris a constructive and productive event. Congratulations also to Professor Yunus for becoming the honorary citizen of Paris. I commend you all on attending the conference, particularly those who have travelled long distances, to remind us all just how important this work is. Young Michael Zhang from East Martin Primary School here in Adelaide will share with you his ideas of a sustainable and scalable social business model. There are many esteemed specialists attending the 2017 Global Social Business Summit who will keep you challenged excited and inspired by their presentations. In supporting the Global Social Business Summit, we also invite delegates to join South Australia to share experiences on carbon neutrality.
I would like to really appreciate someone can bring Adelaide SA to globally. And then we sponsor and then we help the kids like Michael John to be explored, SA more globally and more big, the way. We really want to sponsor, and it's not just for the commercial purpose, but it's more for the social responsibility as a business owner or business communities. That's our visions and our philosophy for business.
Nothing is impossible. You can do anything if you really try.
Okay, so I hope too many people weren't waiting in the waiting room. Okay, one person is joining, that's good. So I hope everybody could understand that this is what we try to do. The projects are for social good. Mohammed, I don't know if you want to create a summary of that for those that have trouble with the English. Will that help?
Let me ask them first. شباب في أي زول ما فاهم الحاصل؟ طيب باختصار هي تجربة لأحد الأطفال في أفريقيا، واستخدم المنصة بنقول عليها بتاعت runlinc. باختصار شديد طبعا ستيم أول حاجة هو كان المفروض يوضح لكم إنها هي اختصار للساينس تكنولوجي انجينيرينج اند ماثماتيك، اللي هي علوم والتكنولوجيا والتقنية والهندسة والرياضيات. بتستخدم التقنية دي بتستخدم منصة في الإنترنت اسمها runlinc. runlinc بدل ما تقعد تكتب برنامج فيه 200 سطر، الشغلانة ممكن تختصر لحوالي من 3 4 إلى 6 سطور، بتأدي نفس الغرض أو نفس البرنامج. فده بيوفر عليك الكثير جدا من الجهد، والمنصة دي موجودة. فده يتدرب على يدهم أفريقي، وقام بعمل مشروع ونجح فيه. كثير عايز الناس تفهم الكونسيبت والمفهوم بتاع runlinc اللي هو تقريبا. شكرا. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mohammed. So today what I intend to do is during the first 40 minutes to describe this runlinc technology, the STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths, for the social enterprise learning, SEL. And then when we rejoin after the 40 minutes, then I will ask Tasneem in Qatar to actually connect and do a live demonstration of the technology as well, so that you can see how easy it is for this easy coding for the students to actually make their own projects for social good. Okay, so the next case study, the next example which I will be showing is that let me just step through a little bit more about this technology, for example. So we see Michael was actually very creative, and so let me share with you this PowerPoint. You can see that over here, the young people, age 5, they're very, very creative. By the time they're age 10, their creativity drops. This is actually a graph from NASA. NASA did a study about how creative young people are. Creative means that they're able to actually create new things, new ideas, and to make things. So young people are actually very good at doing these things. And by the time they become adults, 20 or 30, this declines very much. But with this runlinc, because it is easy coding, it actually opens the mind and makes it much more creative. Young people also have the problem where they are stuck with many technologies, such as on their phone, on video games. And this is actually a bad thing. So we're trying to also use this technology so that they can understand the STEM and use it to create their own things, because this type of problem here, the addictive video games, is actually not good, because they're designed with artificial intelligence to be able to draw the young people. But what we want them to do is instead to focus on making the smart home. So with the smart home, we want to use the UN SDGs, the social development goals, for example, to develop quality education. And so we want them to create, for example, the smart home, so they can also create the smart school and the smart learning, and also the gender equality. So we can then include everybody, the young men, the young women as well. And they can do things like smart farming, which is also a UN goal, and also the smart health. And as we said, they can replace the AI drug addiction. And this actually takes only hours instead of months. So it is very quick that they're able to do this. And this is why they're able to win the competitions with this quality education. So it is very much a competitive advantage for them to do this. So I'm going to show you an example also of another young man who was able to use this runlinc for some social good projects. And he was also able to go internationally as well to win some competitions. But this will show you the type of projects that students have been able to do, which we also feel also in Sudan, they will be able to do similar projects and also be creative, of course, to do many other projects. So let me share this one. This is about young Max Weir, the story of Max Weir. Okay, this was on Australian television. It is only a short 3-minute video, so let me share this one.
Hello, my name is Max. I'm 13 years old at Glenonga International High School. I play soccer, but I really love to invent. I do that at Stem Cell Foundation Club, and I started in primary school at year 6, starting year 7, when my friend Costa introduced me to Stem Cell. Here at Stem Cell, every Saturday, kids my age and even younger come to program. We do workshops for about 2 hours or so. Before going to Stem Cell Foundation, I had no prior knowledge about programming, but now I've made my first big invention called BioBin here at Stem Cell. This prototype is a small scale, but when it's commercialized, it'll be way bigger. Basically, when you put in the leftovers of your lunch, grass clippings, any decomposable item, it goes through the lid. So inside the bin, there is a light sensor that picks up how much waste is being inputted into the bin and then decomposes it into fertilizer and methane gas, which can then be sold for revenue. Methane gas is 28 times worse than carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gas. So instead of ventilating it out into the atmosphere, creating climate change, we store it so that the owner of BioBin can sell it for more money.
I am in school striking for the climate outside the Swedish Parliament. I was
inspired to do the BioBin project after listening to a story of a young girl in Sweden. She's 16, her name's Greta Thunberg, and every Friday she missed out on school to do climate change protests with kids on the streets. My main goal is to help Greta create a global movement of kids fighting climate change with artificial intelligence and solar in schools. After finishing my Biobin project in primary school, I took it to the Royal Adelaide Show competition, and there I presented where I won first prize, and that gave me the opportunity to go overseas for the international competition. Thousands of entries compete against each other, and I was lucky to win first prize. After I won the competition, I was really happy, and the High Commissioner of Australia tweeted about my win, and that made me excited for the future. Another project that I was working on with my friend Costa was the Smart Beehive. Together we created an online monitoring system for farmers who enclosure bees. It has features using Internet of Things and artificial intelligence to predict when there's going to be a disease, how many bees are going inside the beehive, and also how much honey is being made. If you're interested in programming, then look around, try to join a club like Stem Cell Foundation and join it with a friend, and maybe one day you can win a big prize like mine.
Okay, so that was actually put together by the Australian television after Max won the competitions also overseas. So this was the first time that Australia competed in these competitions at ITEX for 20 countries. And also Max was the winner of the competition. So of course he was very happy, and so was everybody in Australia for his backing too. So we're hoping to create these type of case studies also for the technological scouts, so that the technological scouts can also maybe show young people on television as well, because we also have examples, for example, young George in Cameroon, who was also able to do some similar projects over there for some alarms. And also we have seen that with this easy coding, then the young people can actually put this together, like I said, in hours instead of months. So what are some of the things that this runlinc can do? We will show a live demonstration soon, but one of the other young students, what he did is he used this one of the things the runlinc can do. Let me share again my PowerPoint. Okay, so this technology is called runlinc. And with the runlinc, it makes it very easy, because young people, if they use other technologies, then it is very difficult. It is like having a very tall building, and we're asking the people to actually go up the stairs. It takes a very long time with a lot of effort. Even the university students and engineers find it difficult to create the Internet of Things and the AI at the moment using other technologies, whereas the runlinc is actually very easy and user-friendly, as we will show. So what can it do? Well, with one line of code, and we'll show some of the code, it can create, for example, video from the camera to the laptop. And then with just 2 lines of code, we can also create a web page. And on the web page, we can have an on button, off button to control anything, anywhere as well. And even with 3 lines of code, we can do text to voice. So it means on their project that they can include the voice on their project as well. Okay, so let me share you one example of a young man who used the 1 line of code camera and then was able to extend this to be able to do other things with the runlinc. So I'm going to show you a video of young Josh, and he's going to show how he uses this runlinc with his camera on his phone, because the students can actually do projects which include their mobile phone as well, which is very exciting for them, of course, as well. So let me share this video.
Hello, my name's Joshua Cartledge. I'm 12 years old in Year 7 at Mitcham Primary School, and I made the rainwater tank monitor project for the Royal Adelaide Show Technology Competition and won overall first prize. Here is a demo of the runlinc technology developed by Stem Cell Foundation with an IP camera. Now I have a phone with the IP camera app here, but you can buy cheap $10 or so IP cameras available online. And this 1 line of code that I have here, this iframe here, is going to get the camera input from the phone and then broadcast it onto the runlinc webpage. So if I run the code here, you can see that. You can see my desktop, computer, keyboard, and all of that, just with a single line of code. Very nice. There are several uses for this. Door monitoring systems can cost up to hundreds of dollars to purchase and install, whereas can be done with runlinc and an IP camera cheaply and efficiently. You can make scouting rovers that can be sent to burning buildings or other places where it is unsafe for humans to go to search for any survivors and rescue them. Now, with just 35 lines of code, we can have AI object recognition in real time with a live video feed. This can be used to identify faces or threats such as animals to farmers, crops, or livestock. Now I have some objects here for the thing to recognize, and so I'm going to run the code, and it's going to load the model and the video, and once that's loaded we can now put, for example, an orange in front of it, and it'll say it's an orange and how confident it is with that in percentage. So right now it's about 50% confident that's an orange. We also have a banana here, I can put the banana in front of it, that's around about 70% confident it's a banana. It works with most objects. For example, we've got a computer mouse. There we go, works there. And that's only 35 lines of code. Pretty amazing. Thanks for watching. Hello, my name's Joshua Cartledge. I'm 12 years old in Year 7 at Mitcham.
Okay, so one of the amazing things is that Joshua actually sent this video. I asked him only to do the video of the 1 line of code, and he was able to add the object recognition himself to add his creativity. So this was a very big surprise to me as well. So it means that students can actually understand and use this technology to add their own things as well. You see there it's very useful because other students have also used the camera to identify things like birds, because birds also come and they damage crops and they take seeds. And so they can also identify birds and then create warnings for the farmer or for the children or on the phone, or even create an alarm automatically as well for these things. Okay. All right, so for those people that have joined recently, in this section, before the first 40 minutes are up on this Zoom, I'm doing a description of this runlinc STEM technology. And then after, when we rejoin again, I will be doing a live demonstration of the technology as well. Okay, so I don't know, Mohammed, if you want to do a summary of the last few points before I go on to the last section and video as well.
Sure, sir. However, I will not go through everything.
Of course.
Because that will take the same time almost. However, I'll
just
give
a
quick
summary. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. السلام عليكم شباب. طبعا هو ركز على دراسة الحالات أو بيسموها الكيس ستادي. نأمل إنه هو وكنا نأمل إنه هو يبدأ بشرح في مفهوم الموضوع بتاع استخدام الإنترنت الأشياء والذكاء الاصطناعي. يعني دي الحاجات هي تقريبا حاليا في التوب في الاستخدام. ركزوا طبعا على الدراسات، يمكن حتى ما بيفهم انجليزي بكون شايف انه في شباب زي يعني ناخذ على سبيل المثال الولد الباسكت بتاع الوسخ ده، ركب زي سنسر او حساس بيحسب عدد الحاجات اللي اترمت في الجاربج بين او سله المهملات دي، ولما تنتهي بيقوم يحصل لها تدوير وقام عمل سماد عضوي او سماد طبيعي. نماذج كثيره، اخر الولد اول يعني جدير بالذكر الولد اللي هو يعني كان بيوضح الاكزامبل او المثال، كان بيوضح سهوله كتابه الاوامر في البلاتفورم او المنصه بتاعت الران لينك، اللي هو الولد اللي كتب كود او كتب برنامج عباره عن سطر واحد. السطر الواحد ده قدر يحول المشاهد اللي بتشوفها كاميرا الموبايل بتاعه لللابتوب او الديسكتوب الكمبيوتر بتاعه. فتخيل مدى السهوله وقله الاوامر اللي انت بتكتبها. لو كان في بعض منكم مبرمجين يعني قله الاوامر اللي بتكتبها حاجه مدهشه. يعني تحول الكاميرا بتاعتك بسطر واحد لللابتوب. فنأمل انه السيشن الجاي او الفقره الجايه يكون في شرح للمفهوم بتاع الران لينك واستخدام الانترنت الاشياء والذكاء الاصطناعي ان شاء الله. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you, Mr. Mairo. Done.
Thank you. And can you please just update and let everyone know that if this is cut off, then they rejoin the same link, because it is a 40-minute limit on this Zoom.
Sure. شباب غالبا خلال دقائق حينقطع الوصلة، حتنقطع لأنه الزوم بيقيدنا بعامل الزمن اللي هو 40 دقيقة بس. فإذا قطع نفس الناس حيجيهم الرابط مرة ثانية، اللينك حنرسل لكم مرة ثانية، حندخل مرة ثانية بعد إذنكم وعذرا هنا. Mr. Mairo, please, as soon as you get it, you can initiate the new session, then send me the link so I can send it to all the people. Thank you.
Okay, of course, yeah. So I'm recording this session as well, so and we'll make it into a link, of course. So
نتكلم انجليزي
so what I will be doing is actually just going through and sharing just one more video. Hopefully we have the time. So let me just share a summary of what I have shown on this session, and hopefully we have the time before it is cut off. And this summary was actually made by also a user of this technology in Malaysia. And in Malaysia, we did a special project to help the university graduates to use this technology so that they could increase their skills to get the jobs. So we've talked about 3 types of competitions today. So young people can win the STEM competitions, and then they can also win the scholarship competitions to be able to go to school, to go to university, and then they're also able to use the job competitions. This also increases the economy of the country. So let me share this video about the easy coding summary, which was done by Hamima in Malaysia. Let me share this video. Sorry, I think there was a problem with the sound. Is that correct? Could anybody hear the sound on that one?
We couldn't hear the sound. We can hear your sound, but the video was no sound.
Okay, let me see if I can get another version of that video, which I think has sound. Okay.
Myra,
Right,
I believe in a couple of minutes we'll be disconnected because we started earlier before, I think.
We'll see. I'll try to play this video. If we are cut off, then we'll rejoin. Okay.
Hi, my name is Wan Nur Hamimah binti Wan Hanipa. I am 23 years old and I am a master research student in technical and vocational education, specialized in agriculture entrepreneurship in University Putra Malaysia, Selangor. I am keen to share about the social economic impact of easy coding and difficult coding in the making of IoT STEM invention project. I am very lucky because I have my own experience in developing Arduino drone difficult coding in order to ignite RBT students' interest in school in Malaysia. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of money to complete the project. Now, I have discovered this easy coding through STEM for All program in my university, which is aimed at helping the unemployed graduates in order to develop their own case study. It is similarly how a UPM Agriculture Science final year IoT hydroponic smart farming project was completed in only 6 hours using runlinc easy coding. However, a team of engineering students used the recommended Arduino difficult coding system and spent 60+ hours and could not complete the app to turn lights on and off from remote in the hydroponic smart farming research project. So, the difficult coding learning curve is too steep. There are 400,000 unemployed graduates and I am only targeting 200,000 of them because PricewaterhouseCoopers says if Malaysia can shift 1% of the workforce, just roughly about 200,000 people, to STEM jobs, our economy will increase by 100 billion Malaysia dollars. But the question is, how I going to shift 200,000 people away from the job and learn STEM? I can't shift them because they have jobs. And who's going to pay at them to leave their job and learn easy coding? So then why not I target the unemployed already? They are already captive customers. So if I target 200,000 based on PwC, I will helping them developing unique employability graduate. How can I help them? I focus on STEM, no money, no security. Nothing impossible. For example, outdoor stem cell young inventor Omar's social entrepreneurship project. Omar made a QR code to increase customers to a bread shop so the owner can give bread to the children in need. Omar's QR code explains to bread shop customers' children on how to use easy coding to enhance their chances of winning 3 types of competition: STEM competition, scholarship competition, and jobs competition. Omar's and Outdoor Stem Cell Young Inventors global team will provide free STEM education drone demonstration. So why not we working together as a team, give a helping hand to the student in the making of IoT STEM invention project all over the world, so that we all can help to implement the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals of 3 zeros, which are 0 poverty, 0 unemployment, and 0 net carbon emission. In conclusion, the purpose of easy coding: don't waste your time and money, just learn easy coding. Thank you.
Okay, so Mohammed, sometimes the Zoom actually does not stop after 40 minutes. So it looks like it's the case today.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, great. Because sometimes they actually give that allowance to be able to, I think, help people sometimes. So it looks like we have that situation. So that is good. So what I will do, what I will do then is I'm going to do a live demonstration of the technology. And what I will do is I will connect my kit here and use my camera to show my kit. I can move my camera. You can see my camera is moving, and I have a kit here on the table. And what I will do is I will ask Tasneem, who is in Qatar, to actually open and control my kit using this runlinc IoT technology so that everybody can see how this works. Okay, so let me share the link also with her. So I'm having some issues. Let me just maybe Mohammed, if you can do a summary. I just need to set something up here and having trouble, I think, because of the recording. So if you can do that.
Sure, let me tell them. طيب يا شباب، هو حاليا حيعمل عرض حي للتكنولوجيا اللي هي حيدي الكنترول لتسنيم الموجودة في قطر عشان تتحكم في الحل. هي غالبا هو ما حدد، قال عنده إضاءة فيها سنسر بتتحرك اليد بيعمل اون اوف. يعني هي موجودة في قطر. نحن عملنا التجربة دي من جامعة الجزيرة مرة في مدني. البنت المرشدة كانت بتطفي اللمبة أو تولعها فيما بعد قدمت عرض بأنه حركت طائرة الدرون اللي هي الكاميرا الطائرة دي اللي هي موجودة في أستراليا. تخيل كنا بنتكلم عن التحكم عن بعد، كاميرا موجودة في أستراليا يتم التحكم Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mohammed. I'm just also just still setting up, because what we want to do today is show you how we can make a small project even across the internet using this easy coding technology. But I also want to include also 3 steps. So the first step is what we will do is we'll use a sensor with the runlinc, so that when an intruder comes, then it automatically turns on a lamp. Okay, and then the second step is we make a web page which we have buttons, and that will be a display. So when we press the button, we can create an alarm. So if, for example, you open the button on your phone, then you can press the button, and even if you're away from home, it will create an alarm to your house, for example, a buzzer, or you can turn on off other things too. And also, thirdly, I will be then adding in a drone in there as well to show the potential of the runlinc technology. I will add in a drone so that when the intruder comes, then also there will be a voice and also the drone as well. So I'm just carefully making sure that we have the connections here set up. And I will share it with Tasneem. So she will be opening the web page in Qatar and actually doing the project from Qatar to my table here in Australia. Okay, maybe Mohammed, did you describe that already?
Yes, I informed them about the demonstration, live demonstration.
Okay, very good. So let me share the link then. Okay, so maybe I have trying to send a message to Tasneem. So Tasneem is not actually here in the meeting. Oh, she is. Okay. Let me try again.
Miro, I'm joining from 2 devices, so you need to send it to me through Tasneem too, because that's the one connected to my PC.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try that again. Okay, do you have that then in the messages?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I received it.
Okay.
Can I share screen? Can you give me access to share the screen?
Are you able to share the screen without me changing from host or not?
I will check. I will check. No, it's telling me the host disabled attendees to screen sharing.
Okay, I will then make you host temporarily as well. And maybe also before you share the screen, you can also introduce yourself as to where you are and who you are as well, because these people are hoping, I think, for more sessions as well as I described. So can you?
Sure, yeah.
I have just made
you can do
you
it.
host, I think, but
yeah,
if you can please.
But you made me host in Tasneem Hussein. I need to have it in Tasneem too, because that's the one connected to my PC.
Okay, I cannot change it. Can you change it then from your
yeah.
Tasneem?
Sure. Yeah, I will try. Yes.
Myro, later on, I guess Tasneem can help us with the coming demonstrations.
Yes, correct.
Maybe
So,
she can do it since your time is not okay.
Yes, it is much closer to you. It's only 1 hour difference there. And she also has been helping also some young people already there in Sudan. So Tasneem, can you maybe just introduce yourself first before sharing the page?
Okay, I guess you are ready.
Sure. Yes, absolutely. Do you want me to say it in English or Arabic, يا جماعة? It's totally fine.
I guess maybe
Arabic, please, Arabic and English.
Yeah, okay. So they want both. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
لأنه في مصطلحات ما نقدر نعرفها خير عشان نفهم.
ما في مشكلة. Okay, ما في أي مشكلة.
Can you also show your video so they can see you?
Actually, my device it has an issue with the camera at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, but السلام عليكم، أهلا بكم. أنا تسنيم. أنا already اتعرفت بمستر ميرو and also كمان دكتور بينج عن طريق كنا إحنا ومعانا مجموعة من الأطفال في فريق المبتكرين الصغار، وشاركوا في مسابقة، كان في بعضهم من الفائزين، فاتعرفوا بينا عن طريق دكتور عاطف اللي هو برضو واحد من هو أصلا المدير التنفيذي والمؤسس لشركة تانية اللي هي أردو انترناشونال. بيتعاملوا عندهم زي مشاريع مشتركة وبروجرامز مشتركة مع ستيم سيل فاونديشن، وعن طريقهم اتعرفنا على الرنلينك، وابتدينا نشتغل مع الشباب الأطفال الصغار ديل على هم اوريدي شغالين هسه على مشروع اسمه سمارت هاوس، ف باستخدام التكنولوجي بتاعت الرنلينك، واوريدي استقبلوا الكيتس، يعني استلموهم وشغالين عليهم هسه حاليا. فالفكرة بتاعت التكنولوجي متقدمة جدا وفيها امتيازات كثيرة شديد، والحاجات الممكن كمية من الابليكيشنز الواحد ممكن يطبقها على التطبيقات، والحاجات الممكن الواحد يستفيدها منها كثيرة شديد. يعني من ضمنها الليلة هو بس حيورينا يعني فكرة عامة عن الموضوع، كم example لبعض الحاجات، لكن الفكرة إنه عشان الناس تعرف وتشوف التقدم اللي وصل له الإنترنت الأشياء عن طريق الاستخدام بتاع التكنولوجي بتاعت ستيم سيل، لأنه إنت حتى البورد بتاعك ممكن تتبرمجها من أي مكان تاني في العالم، بس بشرط إنها هي تكون كونكتد، يعني يكون بس فيها باور شغالة يعني، وإنت عن طريق الآي بي أدرس بتاعك تقدر تبرمجها من أي مكان في العالم. فده يعني دي ميزة كبيرة شديد، وحاليا ما موجودة إلا باستخدام الرنلينك. في حاجات كثيرة، تطبيقات كثيرة الواحد ممكن يستفيد منها يعملها عن طريقه، والحاجة اللي بتميز التكنولوجي إنه الإيزي كودينج، يعني البروجرامينج بتاعها لو استخدمت أي لغة تانية، أي برمجيات تانية، أي كنترولر بوردز مختلفة تانية، حيكون الموضوع طبعا شغله كتير شديد. أي بروجكت له علاقة بالإنترنت الأشياء أو المشين ليرنينج، الارتفيشال انتليجنس، الذكاء الاصطناعي، بيكون دايما الإعازات بتاعته والحاجات بتاعته complicated إنه الواحد يعملها عن طريق البرمجة العادية. طبعا بالنسبة للناس اللي جايين من الخلفيات بتاعتهم من البرمجة ومن الالكترونيكس كمبيوتر ساينس حاجات زي دي، قادرين يتخيلوا الموضوع يكون challenging قدر شنو يعني. ف يعني بتمنى انكم تستفيدوا، وبتمنى انه السيشن يعني تحمسكم انه تتعرفوا زيادة على التكنولوجي. واحنا كمان شغالين مع دكتور عاطف انه هو حاب ينقل البرامج التدريبية بتاعتهم في السودان، فبإذن الله بنتمنى انه الحاجة دي تحصل قريب عشان يكون الموضوع يعني الناس كلها تقدر تستفيد وتعرف وتفهم. يعني هسه ناس بسيطين شوية بيعرفوا عن التكنولوجي، ما ناس كتار، لكن إن شاء الله في القريب العاجل يعني يكون في حاجة اوفيشال، جهة مختصة توفر البرامج التدريبية بتاعتهم، وحتى تجيب الكيتس عشان الناس تستفيد وتقدر تشتغل تعمل مشاريع. Okay. So any questions or anything؟ في سؤال حاجة؟
Thank you. Thank you, Tasneem. So maybe you can share the page now.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know if you can zoom in so that people can see it a little bit more closely. Make it bigger. That's better. Okay, that's good. Okay. Very good. So that's a good size, I think. So this page that Tasneem has opened is actually also inside my Wi-Fi chip here in Australia. Okay, so it is connected through the internet at the moment, but also it can work on the local Wi-Fi. So it can also work without the internet, just on the local Wi-Fi as well. And this becomes like a window inside the controller. So the young people can use this to make their project. And today we will make a smart alarm with the runlinc project. So what I have connected here is we have a blue wire, which is an output connected to a switch box relay, which is connected to my lamp, for example. So when the alarm, when the intruder comes, we want the lamp to turn on. So we can test the connection here. So Tasneem in Qatar has this page open. So I'm going to ask Tasneem then as to how to do this. So Tasneem, this blue wire is connected to my port called C4. So can you please go to C4 and make it a digital out? Okay, so we see now that there is an off button. This means that there is a signal here, but the signal is off. We can also test the signal. So Tasneem in Qatar can click the off button and check whether the lamp will turn on. Okay, so immediately my lamp in Australia turns on when she clicks the web page in Qatar. Tasneem, you can confirm that you're in Qatar at the moment?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good. All right, in case people think that I'm clicking something here, but actually is even across the internet. So it can be turned on and off.
Let me comment on this. يا شباب من قطر أختنا تسنيم اتحكمت في حياة موجودة في استراليا. هسه ده النظام يعني زوجة داخل المنزل، فحنشوف بعدها مثالين.
Okay, thank you. So this is a lamp, but it could also be a pump for water, could be a fan, could be many things. Tasneem, in the name, type in the word lamp. Okay, good. So we can use this now then for the coding. Okay, thank you. We also have here connected a sensor. And this is a light sensor. It could be a temperature sensor and then turn on a fan, or it could be a moisture sensor, turn on a pump. Today, we'll use this light sensor for the intruder coming. So for the intruder alarm. It is connected to C7. So on C7, please go and make the analog in. Analog in. This means that the measurement on the sensor will be turned into a number. So it becomes analog to digital. Digital technology means that it is a number. When I cover the sensor here in Australia, then Tasneem's numbers on her webpage go down. And when I uncover the sensor, then the numbers will go up, because this is a light sensor. It measures the light here or from the lamp, etc. Okay, so when the intruder comes, then the intruder will actually cover the sensor, and then you can see that the numbers will go down. Okay, so Tasneem, just type in the word sensor into C7. Okay, very good. Then we can use the lamp and the sensor to create some easy coding in the JavaScript loop box. So inside the JavaScript loop box, there will be, we use the language JavaScript because it is the native language of the internet. It's also a very powerful language for students to learn, but with the runlinc, they can just learn with the simple, easy coding lines, and then they can add many things with their creativity. So this is a very powerful language, which 70% of the world's professional programmers also use. So this is actually important because it is a skill which they can learn for university and for their job. And it is used by all of the browsers. So that's why it is a language which will continue to be used, because the browsers all understand this language. So Tasneem, just type in the word if, IF in lowercase, and then open bracket, and then go to the select macro there and select the analog in. We're going to measure the sensor with the code, so select the sensor. Then put the cursor next to the open bracket and press the add macro. So we see if analog in sensor, if we measure the sensor, change the semicolon to a less than sign, one at the end. So Tasneem in Qatar is doing the coding on her page. Maybe if you make it less than, say, 150, let's use 150 today. And then close the bracket. And then on the next line, we're going to then, we don't need a semicolon, just go. And then select the turn on, because in this case, we wish to turn on the lamp. So when an intruder comes, we will turn on the lamp automatically. Put the cursor underneath, press the add macro. If the intruder leaves, then we want the lamp to turn off, because we don't want to use the electricity. We want to also save the energy. So type in the word else, E-L-S-E, and then under that, put the turn off lamp. Very good. So you can see the easy coding is only a few clicks. This is the easy coding that students can do. How then can we run this code to check? So the idea is for this code that if this sensor is covered, then it becomes less than 150, then the lamp will turn on automatically. So Tasneem, go up to the top and press the run code. Okay, and then scroll down so we can see the numbers on the sensor. When I cover the sensor now, when it becomes less than 150, you see the numbers going down, then the lamp turns on automatically. Okay, and in Australia, I'm doing this in Australia, if I uncover it, then it will turn off. But this is using the code that Tasneem did in Qatar. So even in Qatar, this can be used and programmed as well. Okay, this is Internet of Things, Internet of Things. So that is automatic control, but we also now want to add to this alarm a web page, which we want to have some buttons. So when the intruder comes, we can automatically then press the button and turn on the buzzer for an alarm. So Tasneem, go up to the HTML box. HTML is where we can make a web page. Runlinc can make web pages. Okay, so in the HTML, just with the triangle brackets, just put in H1, which means a heading, large heading. Use the less than greater than sign brackets, Tasneem. So go back and just use a less than sign at the beginning. And use lowercase h1. That's good. And then after that, the text on the top will say alarm control web page. Maybe we can put in Tasneem's or the Sudan alarm control web page. Okay, maybe put in Sudan, because we can see that this is the new page that we're creating for Sudan to create some buttons. Okay, then after that we need to create the triangle and then do a /h1, because that is the end of the heading. So put in a less than sign and then the slash. H1. No, you need to put in a slash first. This means the end of the heading, correct? Very good. Tasneem's doing a good job in coding in Qatar under my guidance. Okay, just put in a greater than sign just to finish that one. And then go to the next line, and we're going to create two simple buttons, an on button and an off button. So put in a less than sign and then put in the word button in lowercase. And then a space. And then the word on click, all one word. Lowercase on click, all one word together, no spaces. This means when we click the button, we want it to do something. So then we'll need an equal sign and then a quotation marks. And inside the quotation marks, we're going to turn on a buzzer. So lowercase turn on, all one word. Lowercase, and then a large O and then an N. This is a function to turn on. Go back. The word turn on, just change the on part to a large O. Uppercase O, next. We don't need the word on. So go back to turn. Okay, now do an uppercase O. And then this lowercase n. Okay, and then an open bracket, and inside the bracket we will put what we will turn on. So the round bracket, no space, just the round bracket. No space after turn on. So you can see that even across the internet, we can actually learn and do the programming. So just the word buzzer now, because we're going to activate the buzzer, and then close the round brackets and the quotation marks. and then do a greater than sign to finish the button. On the top, we need a label. So this will be an alarm on button. So type in alarm on, the text on the top of the button. Just after the greater, no, after the greater than sign on the button, just there, yes. Okay, good. And then we need a less than sign. No, after the alarm on, just on the same line. And then do a slash and then the word lowercase button. This is the end of the button. Takes a little while maybe to do one button, but then with the second button, we can copy most of this. So just the lowercase word button now, just there. And then a greater than sign. And so this is one button. And so you can copy this and we can make an off button as well on the next line. So change it to turn off buzzer. And then alarm off. Very good. Now just press the run code. Wait, before we run the code, we haven't defined where the buzzer is. I have a buzzer here connected in Australia. It is the round one here. It's actually quite loud, especially since it is still before 6 a.m. here in the morning. It's connected to my C5. So make C5 a digital out. And the word buzzer, very good. So now press the run code. And then scroll down and you can see that the run link makes the web page underneath where it says Sudan Alarm Control web page. There are two buttons on the web page. So the students can make their own web page. They can add colors, they can add pictures. This is a web page where they can create working buttons. They can create videos like Josh did with 1 line of code, 2 lines of code for button and 3 lines for voice. So try the alarm on, but turn it off quickly because it is early in the morning here. Okay, I hope everyone can hear that. It's very loud here. Turn it off again, thank you. Okay, could you hear everyone hear that on the Zoom? Did you hear that, Tasneem?
Loud and clear.
Okay,
yes, I did,
good.
yeah.
Okay, it is very loud. I think from Australia all the way to Qatar and Sudan. Okay, I don't want people to come running because it's an alarm early in the morning. Okay, thank you. So this is just 2 lines of code for the 2 buttons, and they can add many more buttons. They can copy the button code and then add other things that they can connect. So what we will do now is connect many buttons also to the next step, and that is to also add also this drone, which we want to automatically take off on this intruder alarm. So when the alarm is activated, we want the voice to come out saying sending security drone, and then it will go up and go around and then take a video. It does have a camera on the front, which can be just 1 line of code. It's an IP camera. It also has sensors underneath, so it can measure how far it is from the ground. So we can also do graphs on the web page. So we can measure the height, then show the graph. So we'll show the camera, we'll show the graph, and also have the buttons to test this as well. It is a Wi-Fi drone, and we can add many things with the runlinc. So the runlinc can connect to the Wi-Fi drone, it can connect to the Wi-Fi phone, it can connect to the Wi-Fi camera, tablet, it can connect to many things as well, together as well in one project. So I will turn this on and then put it onto the ground and I need to connect to my Wi-Fi for this drone. I will show you on the camera, but let me just connect to the Wi-Fi first. So Tasneem, you still need to share the page because we'll still be using that page to connect to the drone. But if you can also, Tasneem, if you can also tick the box share sound, because your browser will be creating the voice. So we want to also share the sound. So make sure that when you do the share, then tick the little box which is share sound. Okay. Is connecting the drone, making sure that it's connected. It's looking good. So Tasneem, can you share your page again with the share sound? Okay, press the stop code button and then press the get button, which is just the get button, that one. This will get the code for the drone actually from inside the Wi-Fi chip here in Australia. So you can actually put the code in there and get it as well. So press the run code button and then we can go down and we can also see. Okay, so go down and we can see the page. You'll need to scroll it, maybe make the a little bit smaller so that we can fit on there as well. Okay, we can see that. That's actually very good. All right, and you can see the video there too. Press the start commands button. The red one. Okay, so Tasneem, did you hear a voice?
No.
Okay, we didn't hear any voice either.
Maybe I need to check my settings for the screen share.
Okay, the drone is still waiting. If it waits for too long, it will turn off. Okay, Tasneem, I think you need to reopen this page. At the top, your address actually has a HTTPS connection. Can you just reopen it with a HTTP connection? And then we'll do the get again, and then we'll try it again. Make sure it's a HTTP connection, not an S, please. It is still a HTTPS connection. Okay, that looks okay. Just press the get button and then the run code. Go down and then try the start commands.
Drone command.
Sounds better. Okay, press the battery percentage on the top right.
Drone get battery.
That's good, 89% is good. Get the temperature, because if it overheats, it will turn off as well. We'll better check that. Temp degrees.
Drone get temp.
So these are the sensors. So we're getting the temperature. You can hear the AI voice. This actually with the runlinc as well that students can use, just text to voice. So my drone is actually down here on the floor, and you can see the video. So Tasneem, we need to put some air on the drone to cool it down. So press the takeoff button. Press the takeoff button on your page.
Drone takeoff.
Okay. So we've sent the command, but the drone overheated and turned off. Okay. So what I will need to do then is just need to reconnect the drone. So it took a little bit too long with the fiddling of the HTTP page, maybe with the drone. So let me just see if I can cool it down a little bit, maybe put in a cooler new battery in there. It has 14 microcontroller processors on this AI drone. Just blowing on the heatsink underneath. Okay, try to cool it down a little bit. We'll reconnect the drone and then we can do that. So at least Tasneem, you have the right page there. Okay, let me now reconnect the drone to the Wi-Fi. Okay, it looks like it's reconnected. So go up and press the stop code and then press the run code again. Okay, go down and then press the start commands.
Drone command.
Okay, that's good. Just get the temperature degrees C, just to make sure it's not too hot.
Drone get temp.
Okay, still quite hot. So let's see if we can press the takeoff button this time before it overheats.
Drone takeoff.
Okay, it's gone up, so that's good. It's got some air on it now, so it'll be cooling itself down. There is some delay, it looks like, on my video. You can see the height graph going up. Press the up button. Press the up button.
Drone
and you
up
can
20.
see on the height graph that it will also go up in centimeters as well. Okay, that's good. Press the turn button, turn CW, turn clockwise. You can see the drone's videos now on me. Okay, that's good. Okay, just do a right button because it's a little bit close to me.
Drone right 20.
Okay, so we can steer this drone like a robotic drone. It can be a robot or other things too. It can even do a flip. It's an AI drone. So try a flip forward. Flip forward.
Drone.
Okay, I don't know if everyone saw that. It actually flipped. Do a flip backwards again, so it can flip back.
Drone flip B.
Okay, very good. So the AI drone can take the commands from the runlinc. Okay, you can see the video changing. So press the land button now. Press land.
Drone land.
Okay, very good. So this is Tasneem driving the drone from Qatar on her webpage in Qatar as well. What I will do next is actually show that there is code. When I cover the sensor still, then it will turn on the lamp, create the voice, and send the drone automatically to find the intruder. So now the intruder is coming and covering the sensor.
Alert intruder detected sending security drone. Drone takeoff. Drone up 50. Drone CW 360. Drone CCW 360.
Okay, so it's going around looking for the intruder. I think it's actually found me because the camera is pointing directly at me and my face. Okay, all right. So I'm pretty scared. So I'm going to leave now. The intruder is going to leave because before the police come with the video.
Intruder is caught. All safe. Drone land.
Okay, so this is also done. Even this is actually done with the easy coding as well. So Tasneem, what I would like to do is just to show everyone the easy coding also with the drone by just scroll the page up a little bit so that we can see the JavaScript loop. So maybe just don't scroll the JavaScript loop box. You don't need to because we just keep it at the top there, but maybe just make it zoom in a little bit bigger so that people can see the text a little bit bigger on that box. In that box, you can see that there is still the analog in, and if it is less than 100, and if we've activated the commands button, then it will turn on the lamp, and then it will use the code, the simple code there with the text, alert intruder detected sending security drone. So the students can change this text to their own text. Okay, it can say sending my Sudan security drone or their own name or anything in there as well. And we've also shown in other countries that even they can, if they spell it carefully, they can make it sound like a different language in there as well. All right, you can see there also the drone takeoff, drone up 50, drone CW 360. So the students can actually do this easily as well. And then when it's off, it can turn off and they can say all safe. Okay. Thank you very much.
Allow me to comment, please.
Yes, please go ahead.
السلام عليكم. المثال الختامي الرائع، أختنا تسنيم من قطر تحكمت في طائرة درون مع كاميرا موجودة في أستراليا مع مستر ميرو في البيت. ما أعتقد يعني في حاجة مدهشة أكثر من كده. العلم وصل لمستوى يعني يفوق الخيال. يعني لو قلنا لزول في زول من السودان بيتحكم في طيارة وبيتحكم في إضاءة وبيتحكم في نظام إنذار حريق ولا سرقة ولا في إضاءة ولا في يعني أي حاجة موجودة في دولة تانية، ما أعتقد يعني يصدق. لا، الكلام ده موجود، والكلام ده عبارة عن مثال فقط، لكن التطبيقات له كثيرة جدا. فالناس المبرمجين زي ما قالت اختنا تسنيم بيكونوا يعني عارفين ممكن يستخدموا الحاجة دي في شنو، تفيدهم في شنو، في المجال الزراعي، في المجال الصناعي، في المجال الحربي، في كل المجال الأمني غير الحربي، الأمني، أمن المنشآت، أمن المنازل، أمن المزارع. فلكم أن تتخيلوا. فوق ده كله المنصة بتاعت runlinc بتوفر لك عمل هذا المثال الرائع بعدد بسيط جدا من الأوامر أو الكوماندز، وموضوع سهل جدا لدرجة أنه حاليا قاعدين يربوا عليه الأطفال، بيعلموا في الأطفال من أعمار 9 سنة، من أعمار حتى 5 سنة. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you.
Okay, so Mohammed,
عفوا السلام عليكم.
does your technological scouts have any of these runlinc devices at the moment yet?
Not yet. We are expecting 2. If you can coordinate or contact Dr. Atif to make sure that it will reach us, because we have a lot of we have big plan to introduce it. As you saw last time, we invited almost all the ministers, and really they are waiting for those devices so we can do our demonstrations.
Tasneem, can you help with that, because you're closer obviously over there, and you're also in touch, I think, also with Dr. Atif.
Absolutely.
To see if they can reach them as soon as possible, because obviously they're waiting.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Can you please share with me Mohammed's number so we can communicate on WhatsApp?
Yes, of course. Maybe what we can do is create also a group with you
group
as well.
Yeah,
that would be good, so that we can see what's happening there too. We can help.
Yes.
Okay, we would like those 2 devices obviously to be there first, but then we hope that there will be also many more devices there, because I'm sure that your technological scouts there would like also to create maybe more than two projects over there too. Also, they can use a group, then they can do maybe some workshops. They're also with Tasneem as well. Okay,
Sure.
so
I believe somebody wanted to ask a question. Somebody was about to speak. If your time will allow.
Yes, please go ahead.
Any questions?
Tasneem, you can stop sharing and we'll take some questions before we finish.
يا شباب أي سؤال؟
عفوا السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
طبعا أنا كان علقت قلت يا أخي في جريمة في إلكترونية في الجزيرة، يعني حاولت نعمل قولوا منشيت كده كبير على الأقل نلفت نظر الناس للحدث الغريب ده والعجيب والمدهش، لكن احتمال سوء النت عندنا هناك في السودان ربما يخلي الناس شوية متحفظين، ما قادرين يخشوا أو يتابعوا هذه الأشياء الجميلة بصورة كويسة. فأسي كل التجارب يعني غادتها أستاذة تسنيم، أنتوا بتذكروا كل مرة وبتقولوا الأطفال حابب قلت لنا يعني حاجة كده مفهمة، ما أعرف زي الأطفال السودان، ولا كانت اديتونا مثلا حاجة مختصرة كده مقدمة عن هذا الموضوع، يعني زي التطبيقات اللي اخترعوا منه. ما أعرف عملتوا مقدمة للموضوع ده قبل كده ولا فكر دي تقريبا الورشة الثانية، لكن
نعم.
كان عرفنا التأسيس بتاعه أو تاريخه وكيف نستفيد منه، هل في تدريب ممكن نستفيد منه، والكشافة التقنية الآن هل قاعدة تستخدم هذا البرامج ولا عندها خطة عشان تستوعب هذا البرنامج في أنشطته وبرامجها، وكيف التواصل مثلا بين شايف الآن زي في كود، هل الكود ده مثلا ممكن أنا موجود يكون عندي مثلا هذا البرنامج وأقدر أخرج عليه وأعمل عليه تطبيق أتواصل معكم طوالي الآن في التقنية، ولا أنتم عملتوا هذه المنصة موجودة عندكم وعملتوا لها ويب سايت موجود في السودان، ولا الآن احنا بنعمل اسمه شنو فرشة عامة كده ومعلومات عامة عن الموضوع؟ فجزاكم الله خير.
تعرفنا أول حاجة، معلش تعرفنا بالاسم الكريم لو سمحت الموقع.
أخوك مجد عبد الماجد فضل مولى، كشافة السودانية بالمملكة العربية السعودية.
اوكي.
السعودية نعم.
اسمح لي بس اتكلم لمستر ماير وقبل ما ارد عليك. Okay, this is a scout leader, Sudanese. living in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, hello.
He asked a lot of questions, he would like to have a general idea, the foundation and the history, who is the founder, how it is founded, who is going to beneficiary, who will benefit from it. Is it only the children or training people, business developing human resource developing can benefit from it? Then he asked, permission, I will reply to him about technological scout, whether they're hosting this, whether they are using it now, whether they have what their plans for it. I will reply to that. However, you can answer the question about the history or the founding of the STEM, please.
Sure. Okay. I'll do that. Maybe you can list the other questions also on the WhatsApp, and I can maybe help with some of those as well afterwards. So the Stem Cell Foundation is a non-for-profit foundation. STEM is Science, Technology, Engineering, Maths, which is used around the world for teaching. The social enterprise learning is to help also to use these projects for social good. So we started this Stem Cell Foundation only about 6 or 7 years ago as a spin-off addition to our engineering company, which we've been running since 1994. So we actually are inventors, and we have been doing electronics, microchips for many, many years. And then what happened is that in Adelaide here, there was a stabbing here from 2 young men from Africa, unfortunately, in the middle of our city. And so what happened is the African community then said, maybe you can help by creating some workshops here. And so we actually started just with the African community. So at that time, we started a club called AMTC, African Microchip Training Center. And then we had other young people wanted to join from all over the country. So we then just called it the Australian Microchip Training Center. And then later, because others wanted to create many social good projects, then we created the Stem Cell Foundation, and then created the word stem cell to help. So this was in Australia to start with, but then we, because this technology also works across the internet, we're now in about 15 countries all over the world, as you saw with the videos. And now many people actually can join with the benefits for this. I have this founding story also listed on a document, so I will share this maybe with Muhammad. I will send that to you as well.
Thank you, Mayro. أخونا القائد مجدي، زي ما تفضل أخونا مايرو إنه رسل الأسئلة بالواتس. أنا رقمي لو ممكن تسجل الرقم. كابتن مجدي، سامعني يا كابتن؟ يبدو فقدنا الاتصال بالكابتن. على كل حال إذا
سامعك.
طيب تسجل الرقم لو سمحت. أي زول ممكن يسجل الرقم لمزيد من الاستفسارات على الواتس. محمد عبد المنعم، المفوض القومي للكشافة التقنية السودانية، رقم سوداني 115 3 8
نعم
08. أكرر الرقم 0115 888 008. محمد عبد المنعم المفوض القومي للكشافة التقنية السودانية. أي استفسارات؟ لأنه شوية الزمن هنا مضايقنا، لكن إن شاء الله يعني حتى حاجاتك دي أسئلتك دي بتحتاج حتى نرسل لك بعض المستندات، فبنرسلها لك على الواتس إن شاء الله. طيب شباب، في أي استفسار تاني؟ في أي زول عنده أي مداخلة، أي استفسار؟
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
كابتن محمد، كيف
تعرفت الله يكرمك، الاسم الأول عرف
هلو
نفسك.
مستر هلو مستر مايرو.
Yes, hello.
يا كابتن محمد، أنا البشر قائد البشر عثمان في البحرية. كابتن مجدي ضلنا كلنا وهو اللي كان رسل لي الرابط. هو كان قبل شوية أونلاين بس شايفه طلع من الميتنج. كابتن مجدي كابو. وأنا سعيد جدا، ومعلش بس لاختلاف الزمن، أنا برا السودان فالاختلاف الزمن كده، فصراحة خشيت متأخر، فيسعدني إنه أكون معاكم، وحبيت أستفيد من المشاركة دي، وحبيت أستفيد من الميتنج، لكن شكلي جيت في آخره كده. جيت خاشي
ما
متأخر
مشكلة، مسجل هو إن شاء الله. برسل لك التسجيل، يا ريت تكون سجلت رقمي أو تاخذه من كابتن ماجد. شرفتنا كثير، وإن شاء الله الجايات أكثر، لأنه ناويين نستمر في العروض دي دائما.
يا ريت يا ريت والله، يا ريت. يعني الواحد يحاول يستفيد، ويحاول يكون معاكم في كل العروض، كل الحاجات إن شاء الله يعني. فزي ما
إن شاء الله.
زي ما بيقولوا كشاف يوما كشاف دوما، يعني إحنا مرقنا برا والحياة لخبطتنا شوية، لكن نحاول أي شيء والله إن نكون موجودين فيه، ما دام في سعة من الزمن إن شاء الله نكون معاكم دائما يعني، أنت وكل الأخوان.
إن شاء الله. بس ارسل لي رقمك عشان طوالي نخترق بالجديد وندخلك في المجموعات المتخصصة.
تمام. انت قلت لي 100 قبل شويه قلت الرقم 115
3
8
بالضبط. محمد عبد المنعم.
محمد عبد المنعم. خلاص تمام. سعيدين جدا والله، سعيدين جدا
الله يجزاك بس.
Mr. Myro, that is in Arabic, and I don't know if you have a translator or you understand.
I'm the translator.
No, I don't.
I'm the translator.
Okay, Mr. Myro, we are very happy with this meeting, and I am very happy to be here in this meeting with you and with Captain Muhammad Abdel Munim and all people here, and I'm glad to be here because I am electronic engineering, and I am a leader scout also. And I hope I come here for learning, and I hope to learn here with you and with the other people also.
I see. So maybe that's actually very true. So maybe Mohammed, would you create a WhatsApp group also that includes maybe everybody that is here, just in a separate group, so that I can also send information, then everybody can get that information also together as well? That would be a good idea.
Sure. That will be a great idea. I'll do that.
And others just together in one group. Yeah.
I will do that. I'm waiting for everyone. I gave them my number. I'm waiting for them to contact me, so I will create that group.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you very much, everybody, for the opportunity to be able to do this. And I was glad now that I got up very early here in the night to be able to do this today. And we will also talk further also as to the availability maybe of Tasneem to create some further workshops with you as well, and to get those devices to you quickly, and also further information on that group WhatsApp. We also have, for example, some short runlinc projects which can be done to start with without the devices. So, for example, the project of using the camera with one line of code can be done without the device. So we have some short projects that some of you can try and use, and even some of your scouts can get started as well before the devices come. I would like to share them together on the group.
Sure. I would like to give the opportunity to thank you, but not by me, by our founder. AKA our founder. However, on behalf of Technological Scout and all the scouts, all the groups, would like to morning in your country or late night, I don't know what you call it. Thank you very much, and we really appreciate this, and I'm sure this will spread the word and promote. Thank you everyone. شكرا لكم شباب، وشكرا لكابتن مايرو، شكرا للأستاذة تسنيم حسين من قطر، الشكر لكل من انضم لنا، ويا ريت تسجلوا الرقم عشان نرد على أي استفسارات، نديكم مستندات وعروض. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you very much.
شكرا جزيلا. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
شكرا لك يا كابتن على الاستضافة الجميلة. Thank you everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll keep in touch on the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Okay. Bye. I will share the recording link as well on the group.